Hi there, Colin here from WooNinja, and welcome to this B2B Dashboard tutorial. In this video, I'm going to guide you through setting up your dashboard from the perspective of a course seller. So if you're a course creator looking to sell courses to businesses and have them manage their enrollments effortlessly, you're in the right place. For this video, we're going to focus on a simple setup and dashboard essentials, but if you're in need of a deeper dive, be sure to check out my help documentation or reach out directly. My contact details will be down below. So let's imagine you're a course creator who specializes in the real estate market. You've developed two really popular courses, Closing Sales 101 and How to Inspect Roofing for Beginners. A real estate office has approached you and they've an interest in purchasing your courses to train their team of realtors. The office manager is called Ron Swanson, who will oversee the enrollment process for their employees. In this example, Ron Swanson, the manager of Swanson Real Estate, will purchase two courses. He's going to buy 30 seats for Closing Sales 101 and 15 seats for How to Inspect Roofing for Beginners. Ron will also be responsible for deciding which employees get enrolled in which course. Over the next few minutes, I'll show you how to set up the B2B dashboard, create a team for Swanson Real Estate, and assign courses to ensure Ron and his team can get started with these. Okay, so first things first, we're going to need to set up a user for Ron so he can access the dashboard and start enrolling their employees. To do that, we'll need to go to the admin panel. So either go to /admin, or from the left-hand side, we can choose settings and then choose admin. This is only available to super admins on the dashboard. We're then going to move to the users tab on the top left, and we're going to click add user. From here, we're going to add in Ron's details. So let's just go ahead and quickly set up an account for them. And we will set a password. The password is the password they're going to use to access the dashboard. We're not going to create a Thinkific account for them because they won't be taking courses themselves. However, if the manager will also be taking their own courses, you can go ahead and do that now. Let's go ahead and click add user. Okay, so Ron has now been created. We'll now need to create a team for Ron, and that team will represent his real estate office. So let's go to teams on the left-hand side here. Click add team, and we're going to call this Swanson Real Estate. Next, we're going to choose a team owner. That's going to be Ron. And we're not going to assign any seats because we're going to do that in the next step. Go ahead and add the team. Okay, so Ron's team has now been set up. Currently has no users. We're going to allow him to add his users, so we're not going to add anyone else here. Let's now move over to seats. Seats are a critical part of the B2B dashboard that allow a team to access courses and enroll their employees. So we're going to need to create two seats for Ron because he bought two courses. He bought Closing Sales 101, and he also bought How to Inspect Roofing for Beginners. Let's go ahead and set up the seat for Closing Sales 101. Let's call it Swanson Closing Sales. I like to use a name that's easy to find because if we need to go in and adjust the seat, we can just search for their name or the business name. He bought 30 seats for Closing Sales, so all his employees. For the expiry type, we're going to choose days because Ron bought a 1-year license, meaning any enrollment that's made is going to be valid for 1 year. So that's 365. We're not going to set it as reusable or extendable. And for the product, we're going to choose Closing Sales 101. There's no prerequisites, and we're not going to assign any tags. So that looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and click save. That seat's now been created. We now need to create a second seat for How to Inspect Roofing. But once again, give it a name we can find easily if we need to, called Swanson Roofing. They bought 15 seats for this particular course. And for this particular course, they actually set a date. So what we're going to do is set that's the date which we sold on the license. And let's just assume for this example that they have access for this course until the 31st December, 2025. And lastly, let's just change the product to How to Inspect Roofing for Beginners. Have a quick check. Looks good. And click save. Okay, so now the two seats are set up. We now need to assign those to the Swanson team so they can access those courses. Let's go ahead and assign Closing Sales. Choose teams, assign to a team, and we'll choose Swanson Real Estate. Assign the seat. Okay, looks good to me. Let's move back to seats on the left-hand side. Let's choose the roofing course. Once again, choose teams, assign seat to team. I will choose Swanson Real Estate, assign seat. Okay, so now those two seats are assigned. Let's just go ahead and check that those seats are properly assigned. Let's choose teams here on the left-hand side. Swanson Real Estate, we'll choose the arrow on the right-hand side. And we'll choose seats. And we can see two seats have been correctly assigned to Swanson. So he's now ready to start enrolling his employees. At this point, one thing I like to do is to log in and impersonate the user just to check that everything's set up correctly. and just verify that our seat allocation is working as expected. So if we come up to users here on the left-hand side, let's go ahead and search for Ron Swanson. On the right-hand side, we'll choose a little arrow, brings us into our profile. Scrolling down, we can find this option to impersonate the user. What this does is it logs us into the dashboard as if we were Ron himself. Let's go ahead and impersonate. Okay, we're just going to swap onto their real estate team. Okay, so now we're logged into their account. It's currently blank because obviously they have no users. They happen to delay enrollments. But if we choose the left-hand side here and look at users, let's just go ahead and check the add user functionality is working. So this is where they would be able to enter the details of a new customer or a new employee. And let's go ahead and just check that coding files. There it is. And there's 30 seats available, and how to inspect roofing is there. And there's 15 seats available. So this actually looks pretty good. One way I like to use the impersonation feature is if a client has sent me an existing list of employees that they want to enroll and start learning immediately, we could do a white glove setup for them. So we could add those users either using the manual effort here, or there's also the option to upload using a CSV. So that completes the tutorial here. Next step will be to reach out to Ron, send them an email, onboard them, help them get access to the dashboard. We have some helpful documentation in our help section that gives you example emails you can send to end user clients. But as always, if you have any questions, feel free to get in touch. But that's all for now. Take care.